minutes and come off the sophomores or whatever. So my topic is art and architecture. My question is, why does architecture shape what you have become like? So just to explain a little bit of what I'm going to be talking about. So my passion derived from an architect named Frank Lloyd Wright. Whoever don't know Frank Lloyd Wright, he's a very famous architect who created like modern structures that were like way before his time. So he was born in the 1800s, but the structures that he built were like something you'll see today. So that's why I picked him as one of the best architects in the world. And just to explain a little bit about art education. So as you know, in the curriculums today, art is basically taken out of every curriculum in high school or elementary school, and it's kind of depriving kids of like being creative or like learning new things. So my question to you is like, have you ever played with Legos? So for me, growing up, Legos was like a big thing because it kind of influenced me to become an architect more, and like it broadens your creativity. So not only did I use Legos to create structures that were like on the box, but I also used Legos to build houses and things of that matter. And I just feel like that really had a big impact on me. So the type of art that I'm talking about, not just like art paintings, but like art such as dance, music, language, or things of that matter. Yeah, next slide. All right, so this is one of the houses Frank Lloyd Wright created. And back to what I said about him, since he was way before his time, something like this, you don't expect to see something like this in the 1800s, which was a very spectacular thing to me. And I just feel like that's what shaped people who are architects today, because you see people building houses like these more often than you seen back in the day. So just a couple things for me, since architecture is my passion, I'm gonna talk about the struggles or what it takes to become an architect. So based on my research, it's this site called Life as an Architect, and basically what it tells you is that you have to do like a 5-year program, accredited program at that. If you want to be a great architect, you have to go to school. Not actually, it starts in high school. You get a good GPA, a good ACT score, and if you got that, you can get into one of the best architect schools in the United States. And based off of that is basically what you become in life. And then throughout college, it takes a lot to become an architect because you have to spend countless hours in the studio and a lot of hours doing research, basically just working on projects. And yeah, it's just very hard and like a lot of sleepless nights. So I got a friend that I interviewed. His name is Win Chin. He works at Kenderick Design right there on Michigan Avenue. And so basically talking to him is another reason why I got inspired to become an architect. And since that, basically what he has told me is that your job is never done because there's always things that could be improved in life. As you can see today, like when they create structures, there's always somebody who could do something better than what that thing is. So basically your job is never done. And that's why becoming an architect is a very hard thing to do. And so back to art and education. Based on Sir Ken Robinson, he said that education was only used to produce professors. So you go to school, you get taught like all of this math and stuff like that just to become a professor, so you can reteach it to other people. But since the art curriculum is being taken out of schools, how are you supposed to be creative and expand your mindsets? So I think the next slide. Yeah. So imagine if we had art here, because obviously we don't have art here. These are some little small facts. Students who are studying art are 4 times more likely to become recognized for academic achievement and 3 times more likely to be awarded for attendance. One study group showed that 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students who are taught a foreign language every day in school outperform the students who were not exposed to a foreign language on their basic skills tests. Researchers that sustain learning in music and theater correlate strongly with higher achievement in both math and reading. So I really want to talk about that a little bit too. So not only do arts contribute to broadening your ability to think, but also it correlates with like the basic things that you learn in school, such as science, math, and reading. So this next statistic says, in a study of high poverty schools in Chicago, the schools that were participating in Chicago Arts Partnership and Education made huge strides in closing the gap between high and low income students' academic achievement. And new brain research shows that not only does music improve skills in math and reading, but it also promotes creativity, social development, personality adjustment, and self-worth. Next slide. Another quick fact, the first time the word skyscraper was used was back in 1800s. And the first structure ever built, the first skyscraper ever built was 737 feet tall. It's not on this, but I'm gonna show you the one that we see today, which is in Dubai. I think is this one. It's called the Burj Khalifa, and it's 2,717 feet taller, which is about 1,000 feet taller than the first skyscraper ever built. Next slide. All right, so basically what I did, I took pictures of my house and I recreated it using a software called SketchUp, as you can tell. And so this is my upstairs hallway. That's the actual picture on the left and the recreation on the right. Next slide. This is my dining room and the recreation on the right. Next slide. My kitchen, well not my kitchen, my dining room and recreation on the right. Next. I'll go back. So this is my kitchen and I recreated it on the right. Next slide. This speaks for itself, my living rooms, recreated. This is my other living room, recreated. Next slide. So basically this is the outside of my house. I just rebuilt it based off of my visual memory. Everything is not correct because I don't have the correct dimensions of my house. There's too much to figure out, but I basically went off of my memory. Next slide. Next slide. That's my upstairs. I recreated that. Next slide. Yeah, basically it was a lot of work to do that. It took a lot of hours to do that. So my house is connected to other houses, so it was like really hard to complete that. But overall, just to tie my topic together, art and architecture. So basically, what I wanted to do was like bring art back into schools and like use real art teachers to teach students the basics of art. And then after you teach students the basics of art, you introduce them into architecture. Because I want to get more people to know about architecture. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all probably didn't know what it was before I even told you. And like architecture is a really good thing to learn about. And yeah, basically bring that into schools and get kids back into their creative mindsets. Once you do that, it'll create a better future for us because we'll have kids that's younger than us that are more smart and more creative, and they'll create a better future for us. And, all right. So basically, Picasso said that all children are born artists, and according to Sir Ken Robin, schools like our school kills students' creativity because we don't have art. So imagine all the things you could learn if you had art in school. And just to support that, I think that we should like build a better society for like our schools and just get more people interested in art. Yeah, basically that's it.